Hello! What are you doing?
Are my eyes open?
I don't know. We have been tagged by Lazy Keto. This is called Marc's first holiday tag. We don't actually know Marc, but we know Twish, and Twish is Lazy Keto. Here we go with 10 holiday questions. You have $1,000. You must spend it all in one place, all at one time, on yourself. What do you get?
Could I actually get a decent used car for $1,000? That's what was going through my head.
Not a decent one.
Oh, I could.
So that's what you're going to do? Go to a used car dealer and buy a used car for $1,000?
Yeah.
I would like to go to an electronics store and buy a laptop computer and a camera. You could get both of those for $1,000, don't you think?
And spend it on yourself?
So that's the thing. I'd pretend I was spending it on myself. I'd pretend those things are for me, but then when nobody's looking, I would actually give them to my grown-up daughter.
Sorry, that doesn't count.
All right.
You can't be sorry. You have to...
I
That's
can't.
why I'm having a hard time.
I know. I can't.
What am I going to buy? A used car?
I can't spend $1,000 on myself.
I know.
I can't even
Clock?
imagine. Okay, so what I would do is go to the dermatologist. They have a new treatment where they can freeze your fat. I would get $1,000 worth of fat freezing. However much fat that buys me to have frozen away from my body. They do it with... What do they do it with?
I'd get my teeth bleached.
Oh, that's a good one too. I might do that too. Go to the dentist and get my teeth bleached.
And the other 500...
Fat. We want our fat frozen off. Because fat freezes at a higher temperature than your skin freezes, so your skin doesn't get frostbite. But somehow it freezes the fat under the skin and then it kills it and then your body
just absorbs it.
Gets rid of it. Maybe under here.
I wonder if I can get fat clothes for 500.
Or maybe, yeah, just like a facelift. Have you ever chopped down your own Christmas tree? I have not. I bet you have. It seems like something you would do.
Several times.
There you go. If you were to buy her a stocking stuffer, what would you get her? I'm thinking some really deluxe dark chocolate, which probably isn't on the keto diet, but it's a special holiday splurge.
I'm gonna get her a clock. Like a small wind-up.
A little stocking stuffer clock?
Yes.
What's one food you really want on the table at Christmas?
I guess it would have to be stuffing.
I was gonna say that too! Oh my God, we're made for each other. High five for stuffing. Yeah. Okay, you plan on being alone for Christmas. A friend invites you over to spend Christmas with him and his friends and family, none of whom you know. Would you go? I absolutely would not go. I would have no interest in going. I would much rather stay home alone. You'd probably go, wouldn't you?
No.
You're much more social than I am.
I know, but I wouldn't go.
If it was just going over to a friend's to spend the day with that one person, maybe, but still probably not. But with his friends and family that I don't know, oh God, no, that would be torture. I would hate that. Who wants to meet people that you don't already know? That doesn't even, ugh, that's horrible. Number 6, do you like New Year's Eve parties?
No.
No, me neither. In general, no, but I will tell you, I went to a very interesting New Year's Eve party my junior year in college in New York City. I had a friend back then whose family had a big New Year's Eve bash every year, and she invited me. And Dr. Ruth was at that Christmas party because she was friends with that family. And there was an actor there at the party who had been on the soap opera The Doctors. This New Year's party was probably taking place in around 1985, and The Doctors was a soap opera that was on the air, I'm thinking in the late 70s or early 80s. And anyway, I loved The Doctors, and there was this one doctor I really, really liked on The Doctors, Dr. Colin Wakefield. Anyway, the actor at the party was not Colin Wakefield, but nonetheless, I recognized him and we got to chat about the soap opera, and I told him how sad I was when it went off the air, and he also was very sad when it went off the air. Who else was at that party?
Daniel Craig.
Oh my God, I wish it was Daniel Craig. Can you imagine? Also at the same New Year's Eve party was a gigolo. I think there were actually 2 gigolos. Gigolos.
New York was great back then.
And I got to chat with them. I did get a little tipsy at that party. I was in college. Those were my drinking days. And then as I was leaving the New Year's Eve party, my friend's mother, who's from Texas originally, I believe, she was trying to feed us each a spoonful of black-eyed peas as we were leaving the New Year's Eve party, because I guess that's some kind of Southern tradition for good luck. But I was kind of drunk and I didn't really want to eat a spoonful of black-eyed peas, so she's coming at me with this spoonful to feed it to me, and I'm like leaning back like, I don't want it, I don't want it. And I think at that point, being kind of drunk and in high heels, I think I might have fallen over on the floor. I didn't want black-eyed peas. Who wants a spoonful of black-eyed peas? Anyway, that was a good New Year's Eve party, but
I had some good ones when I was in my early 20s.
Let me paint a word picture for you. You're staying up till midnight, watching the new year come in. What are you drinking?
It would always be champagne.
Would you? Oh, I'd be drinking hot cocoa. Of what holiday traditions do you have fond memories?
Sneaking into my parents' closet with my twin brother. And
Trying on your mother's clothes?
yeah.
Did you wear her wig too? Besides trying on your mother's clothes, what else did you do in her closet?
What we really did was look at our presents and separate them.
You mean they weren't wrapped yet?
No, they were wrapped, but they had our names on them.
No.
So we were.
So you helped organize them.
Yeah, we organized them.
What I loved most about Christmas when I was little was the anticipation. The anticipation is always better than the reality. Though the reality of the presents I got was always very good, not to be materialistic, but I have to say, my mother was a good shopper. So I'd sneak out to the living room first thing in the morning, early, and of course when we had gone to sleep the night before, there were just a few presents under the tree that maybe some of my dad's patients had dropped off. You know, my dad was a doctor, but not much. So then I'd get up in the morning and the Christmas tree lights would be lit and there would just be presents everywhere, all over the living room that Santa had come, and the stockings would be hanging at the chimney with all the presents Santa had put in, and we weren't allowed to open anything. Like, I knew I couldn't touch anything, but I would kind of, you know, peek at what.
Shake?
Yeah, no, I'd just peek around and look at everything, and it was very exciting. The anticipation was very, very exciting. And then I'd go wake up my brother, and then we'd wake up my grandmother, who'd come over the night before to sleep over on Christmas Eve, so she'd be there first thing in the morning, but we weren't allowed to wake up my parents until 6 a.m. So that kind of indicates how early this was all starting. At about 4:30 in the morning, I'd get up, and my brother and I would hang out, and we'd then tiptoe around the presents together, and it was just very magical to have all these gifts left by Santa and the tree lights on, and you know, the room is still dark, and it's just a magical moment of Christmas anticipation. Number 9, do you like turkey stuffing? Obviously, we both like stuffing because we said it was the food we wanted, but do you prefer it cooked inside the turkey, like stuffed in the turkey, or, you know, separate, made outside of the turkey, which is your preferred way?
I like the turkey, the cooked turkey flavor.
In the stuffing.
Like your brother's, that was the best.
The stuffing wasn't in the
Best.
turkey.
Whatever he made, that was the best stuffing I've ever had in my life.
That was Pepperidge Farm blue bag stuffing.
Oh my God.
Cooked not in the turkey. The turkey was stuffed with lemons and onions. There was no stuffing inside the turkey.
Then I want it that way. Outside the turkey.
I like it both. But being a
Both.
vegetarian, I don't really go for the stuffing inside the turkey anymore, but I like them both. Number 10, final question. Name one friend still living with whom you would like to spend Christmas but cannot.
Franz Moore. He's a piano tuner for Steinway. He tuned for Rubinstein, Horowitz, Van Cliburn. He has the best stories. It would make a great Christmas.
I would spend Christmas with my friend Brad, who's one of my very best friends in the whole world. He's a friend from college, and he lives in Saudi Arabia now. He works for an American company, but is stationed, as it were, in Saudi Arabia, and I hardly ever get to see him. It's like my twins separated at birth. We have been together for 10 years, and he's never met Brad. That's how rare Brad's visits are. When he comes back to the States, for some reason he feels like he needs to spend time with his parents. There are our answers to our 10 holiday tag questions. Who should we tag next? Who should we pass it on to?
If you're still awake.
We've passed it to you.
Yeah.
If you're still here. If you've made it to the end of this video, you are tagged.
Easier than I am.
I say specifically we tag Annie and Kayla from Munching and Chatting. Go for it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Merry Christmas. And cut. The way you want. Oh, dark circles under my eyes.
Should I change my shirt?
Oh, no, you look great. No, you look fine.
You go first.
No, because the look on your face makes me...
Think there's nothing up there?
No, it makes...
Yeah, there's nothing up there.
Smile, smile.